What's goody?
What's good? How we doing?
Good, man.
Good to see you.
What the heck?
Put these on or what?
Yeah, you can put them on if you want. Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back to the Mission Accomplished podcast. I'm your host, Palmer Lindblom, and today we got a very special guest, Taft Erickson. Welcome.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, awesome. You already heard it. My name's Taft Erickson. I'm 21 years old. I just recently returned over almost 2 months ago from the Peru Trujillo North mission, best mission in the world. And my family, we're a family of missionaries. We've had 6 missionaries. I have 5 older brothers and 1 younger sister. All of us have served missions, my father included. My mother, no. But the mission's awesome. I live here in Gilbert, Arizona, born and raised in the church, Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. And I've been super fortunate, super blessed to have the gospel in my life always. And I have a great family that's been able to help me stay firm on the covenant path.
Not a kid. Yeah, I've known Taft for years. He's a good kid.
I'm all right.
One of the most righteous men I know.
Whatever.
All right. Well, grew up in the church, come from a family of all missionaries. So you, being from that family, always knew that you were going to serve a mission, correct?
I'd say yeah.
Am I good to assume that?
Yeah, it was always something I wanted to do.
Okay. And why? How come? Was that to fill your dad's and your brother's shoes? To do it because you wanted to do it? Or what was that like?
I think growing up, until I was about the high school age, it was just because my brothers did it and seemed like something awesome. No, always hearing the stories about walking in the mud, fighting bears or whatever to get your food. I don't know, like survival. But that changed right before I left my mission, when I finally found purpose and reason to go. But yeah.
And what did you do to find that purpose and reason to go?
Ooh. Well, honestly, just simple things. Like, it was going to seminary for me.
Okay.
It was reading the scriptures, going to church, taking the sacrament, surrounding myself with good people. I feel like that changed not just me wanting to follow the brother's example, but also it changed my relationship with Jesus Christ. And I felt like, obviously I didn't know him very well, but I felt like I got to the point where I understood that the Lord commanded me to go on a mission, not just wanted me to do it because everyone else did it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to show him that love. I wanted to give him back a portion of what he's done for me, which is impossible. But
yeah.
So really was out of the love for my Savior.
And was that transition easy for you? To go from kind of fill my brother's shoes to, okay, now I really want it?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so. Yeah, because, we're super, when we have purpose behind something, we're more likely to achieve it.
That's true.
So instead of just going to go, I knew it was something I had to do, and, the transition came easy of having different desires, righteous desires to go. So
nice. So if you had any advice for those getting ready to leave, it would be go to seminary, read your scriptures, surround yourself with good people, go to church, fulfill your priesthood duties.
Yeah, I think even more than that is the importance of being clean. Okay. Honestly, I feel like also going to church, fulfilling your priesthood duties, surrounding yourself with good people, is what's gonna help you become clean, right?
Yeah.
But I think having a great connection with your bishop, great connection with your parents, great management over your phone, over technology. Becoming clean is super, super important, and staying clean is super important. Clean spiritually, right? And physically and in every aspect. But I feel like the Lord really blesses those that are clean, that he can use them as an instrument in his hands. And they can bless the lives of so many people because they're pure and they have righteous desires.
That's true. That's very true. I love that. And for you, being clean, why is being clean important to you?
Good question.
Because, we're in a world where it's not very clean. A very unclean world where, like it says in the scriptures, right? Righteousness, like light is darkness, darkness is light. What's wrong is right, what's right is wrong. And the devil is really masking like a lot of stuff right now. Especially you touch on technology. So why is it so important for you to stay clean?
Thank you. It's a good question. Honestly, for me, I think I learned before my mission, thanks to some of my brothers, like their examples of what it means to be like an instrument in the Lord's hand.
Okay.
So I think part of becoming clean or part of being clean is, I mean, it's like we're tools. The Lord shapes us and shifts us, molds us into what we need to be to accomplish His work, right? We're just like the, whatever that in-between thing is. I don't know if they call that in English, mediator or something like that. But I just knew and I could feel it, honestly, that He needs something to work with. And if we're not doing the right things, we're probably not going to be chosen to be his instrument. So I think the biggest thing is being His instrument. That's in a mission, outside a mission, in high school. That's in college. That's wherever, because the gathering of Israel is happening, right? And He needs all of us.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. So for all those getting ready to leave, be clean.
Be clean.
Be clean.
Be clean and stay clean.
Yes, sir. Get right.
That's right. Get right.
Get right. Get righteous. I love that. So walk us through. I was actually there the day you opened your mission call.
That's right.
But walk us through opening your mission call, getting ready to go to Peru, and what was that process like?
Yeah, it was a super exciting process. I remember like getting on my knees before I got my mission call, before I opened it, and I was just like praying. I'm like, Lord, like, help this be a super spiritual experience for me. Just help me know like this is where I'm supposed to be called. And I remember like shaking a little bit when I was opening my mission call. And my older brother actually served in Peru, but in Lima, so in a different mission, but same country. And when I saw like Peru, I was like, wow, no way. And like, but at the same time, like super excited, super nervous, but I just kind of felt like, wow, like the Lord knows me.
Yeah.
And I was super, super excited. I felt, honestly, from that instant when I said the words like Trujillo, Peru, I felt like a little bit of a connection with people I've never met. But
Really?
isn't that kind of funny?
Yeah, it's cool. Someone else said that the other day. I can't remember who I had on, but someone else said that, like, when they opened it, they instantly felt a connection to their people. I can't say I felt that. I was just kind of, like, so stoked to go Spanish speaking, go to El Salvador. But that's awesome. So, when you finally get there, what was it like? Did it reach your expectations? Or, like, because you kind of, when you open your call, you kind of do some research. Like, you kind of, like, look up pictures on Google, like, what's it like? But, like, walking off the plane, what was that? Like, run us through the emotions that you felt.
Yeah. I think I was expecting it to be like a lot more like green jungle, kind of cool. I love Peru, but it's probably the ugliest place on the earth. It's Gilbert if there wasn't any houses, or it's just dirt. It's just flat dirt, sand, and bricks. But it is like beautiful at the same time.
Yeah.
So I remember getting off the plane, being a little windy, just kind of looking around, like sand in my eyes. I'm like, what am I doing here? It looked like a prison we were hopping off.
It's just a desert?
Just a desert. It's on the coast, but it's just a desert. And it was a hard start. I can't lie. I got sent to like the center of Trujillo, which like has big buildings, a lot of people actually. And it was a rough start for me.
Yeah.
But that's kind of, I don't really remember too much of my feelings hopped me off. I remember being super excited.
Yeah.
Like, let's go to work. Honestly.
Let's get it done.
Honestly, let's get it done.
Yeah, I love that. So you're kind of nervous. It wasn't what you expected though.
I would say
dirty.
no.
No.
Yeah.
What was your interview like with your president?
That first interview?
Do you remember that? I remember mine. You know what's funny? I just got home 2 months ago, but I don't remember my outgoing mission. Like, normally people remember, like, their last interview with their mission president.
Yeah.
I can't really remember.
Really?
I remember the first one, though.
I remember my first interview when I had a reassignment in the United States for, like, a month and a half, a transfer.
Oh, that's right.
I was in St. Louis, Missouri. So I remember that interview when I first got there. But I do remember one thing. Actually, when I got to my mission president in Peru. The only thing, I think it lasted like 2 minutes, but he just looked me in the eyes, kind of smiled. He's like, how you feeling? I'm like, I'm good. And he said, well, are you clean? And I said, yes, sir. And that was it. We ended. And
Dang.
then he sent me off
Wow.
to meet my trainer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dang. Coming in clean. Coming in clutch. Well, let's see here. Okay, yeah, so who was your trainer then?
His name was Braulio Esteves. Braulio. He's awesome.
Where is he from?
He's from Lima, Peru.
Oh, he's from Peru.
Actually, he's from Peru, but he's from like 2 different parts.
Did you have to get retrained?
I just finished like trainings. That makes sense.
Okay.
So there's 2 transfers. I got trained in the United States.
Let's touch on that a little bit because we haven't had anyone on yet that's been like reassigned.
Yeah.
So talk about that. How are you feeling?
About being reassigned?
Yeah. Because like I know there's a lot of kids that out there right now that are getting reassigned, and or have fears of getting reassigned, and they're like, no, like I was called to go to that mission, and I did this, or like something happened. I don't have my visa. I getting reassigned. So how did that feel like for you? You disappointed?
Ooh. Actually, I was so happy.
You were happy.
It was a little bit of both, but what I love knowing about my reassignment is that it was literally a second mission call. Like, when they found out I didn't have my visa, they sent papers back to the first presidency so they could assign me another call. So knowing that it came from the Lord through the prophets was like, it wasn't just like drawn on a hat. He's going to go here, send out a visa. It was a second mission call.
Oh, wow.
And even though I only spent 6 weeks there, probably there were some of the harder 6 weeks, I'm not going to lie, mentally and emotionally. But I went there for a reason. I think part of that was to meet my mission president as well, to meet certain people. And the funny thing was, I remember, so I left on like a Thursday, and then all the visas came in on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And the day I left, the day later, like the visa came.
Oh, wow.
So I left on a Thursday, next day, my visa came in. And so the group that was behind me, like all my buddies, that were week behind me, they all went a week later to their missions in Peru because they got their visas. Mm-hmm. But just because I was 1 week earlier, my visa came in like the day later.
Oh, wow.
So I really did miss it by like 1 day. So I feel like
you missed it by 1 day, but you spent 6 weeks.
Yeah, but I spent 6 weeks there. So the Lord definitely was doing something, right?
Yeah, definitely. He had a plan for you.
But, yeah.
Cool. So you weren't disappointed then?
I was not. I was super blessed.
Yeah.
Gotta have a car. Gotta go shopping at Walmart. Meet awesome people.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's a very optimistic view, outlook on that one. I like that. Okay, so walk us through the first couple months of your mission. What was that like? What's Peru like? Let's just talk about that. Like, what did you see?
Yeah.
What was different?
Everything. Peru's amazing. It's like they have some of the coolest people ever. It was a really hard transition for me. I think because of 3 things. Because of the language barrier that I was trying to... And honestly, I feel like the Lord blessed me super, like... He blessed me so much that I was able to learn super fast the language and be fluent within 3 months.
Wow.
But...
That's impressive.
Having to teach the gospel and talk to people in a different language, having the highest standard for myself of being an excellent missionary, wanting to go out, wanting to baptize, wanting to teach about Jesus Christ, help people become converted, and really not being able to fulfill either of those, not being able to talk to anyone, or I was, but very limitedly, not being able to baptize every week, not being able to do the things that I thought a good missionary should do. It was really hard for me because I was like, I'm going to be right here, start my mission. I'm just going to keep going, right?
Yeah.
And I was like down here, and I was like, dude, I don't know how to teach. I don't know how to talk. I want to baptize all these people, but I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
And so I think like that expectation of me wanting to be the best, but being so like average was really hard for me.
Okay.
And that dawned on me mentally. And also I think seeing my other brothers serve before me that have done certain things, to find people with certain things, to do the missionary work, to carry out the missionary work, it kind of affected me as well. Okay. It was like, oh, I should just do what they did. He baptized this many people, this. I should do what he did. but every mission is different.
Mm.
And so that was a hard start for me. It was like finding out like my mission is different. I'm a different person than they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to do what the Lord wants me to do
Yeah.
in his area here in Trujillo, Peru. And so that was really hard mentally for months.
So was that kind of like a comparison battle for you?
A little bit.
A little comparison?
I think it was a little bit of comparison with my siblings. Does that make sense? Yeah, with my siblings. And just not feeling good enough.
Wow. And how come you didn't feel good enough? You were clean. You were ready. You had the desire.
You know, I think...
You're just a little hard on yourself.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like that happens to a lot of us. How would you say for those getting ready to serve for those who are getting ready to serve and really ambitious and really want to like go out and do everything,
Yeah.
but they struggle with those things. They struggle with comparison. They struggle with maybe receiving revelation, or they struggle with the language. How would you help them? What would you say?
I would say keep a gratitude journal.
Oh, wow.
I think if we stop expecting things from the Lord, if we stop expecting to know the language, if we stop expecting to baptize people and all this, which are fine. Those are good things to expect, right? Mm-hmm. But, I mean, there's that quote, I think it's from Gary B. Saban, about when everything is great, what is it? When everything is, when nothing is expected and everything is, you know that word, what's that word? Like grateful for? Nothing is expected, but everything is appreciated.
Appreciated.
When nothing is expected, but everything is appreciated, life turns magical. So I feel like I wish I would have appreciated a lot more the experience I was having. I wish I would have taken in everything and learned for myself a lot of things instead of acting or thinking that I already knew certain things. I feel like the Lord would have helped me become myself a lot faster in the mission and not become another missionary.
Yeah.
So just like be grateful for everything and learn for yourself. Like take it all in, honestly. Like love your companion, love the things he teaches you, give him ideas, just learn everything for yourself. That way the Lord can be specific with you about what he wants you to do in his part of the work.
That's awesome. Be unique in your own way.
Yeah.
Be the missionary that the Lord wants you to be.
Yeah, be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself.
Be yourself. Let him work through you.
That's
and
awesome.
You learn.
Like you said earlier, just be an instrument.
Be an instrument.
Be an instrument. I love that. So, what is like the culture like? If anyone has their call, the Trujillo Peru mission, what can they expect? Like, what's like an average day in the life of a missionary in Trujillo, Peru?
Eating rice, sweating like crazy, and a lot of smiles.
A lot of smiles.
A lot of smiles. Peru's awesome. Trujillo's awesome. Super hot. Super funny people. Like, just funny, goofy, really fun. Like, I'm not yet. I don't know. They say funny things. They're really awesome. Super nice. Trujillo. It's literally the greatest place. There's not much, honestly. It's all of Peru is pretty similar culture. They're like so like they love their food. They're like, we have the best food in all of South America, and it's true. They have the best food in all of South America. I think everyone knows that. They're known for it, and so they will talk to you about it every single day of every single hour. That and the weather. So if you ever go there, yeah, they love talking about the weather.
They got good weather?
No, but they love talking about it. Yeah. But if you go to Peru, just expect to receive a lot of love from these people.
I love that. Really nice, humble people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. And you talked about it being sandy and like windy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what's something that maybe you wish you would have brought? Or, wish you would have brought or would have done?
I wish I would have brought.
Like a jacket. Like, does it rain a lot?
Nope.
Doesn't rain?
No, but it's like at nighttime sometimes there's like cold wind. It's kind of like California. You get that like little wind, but it's... I wish I would have brought like
what kind of shoes you rocking?
Dude, I rock some Echoes.
Rock some Echoes? Those are nice?
Yeah, they're nice, but they came home pretty trashed.
Yeah.
But I wish I'd have brought like a little bit more undergarments maybe. to change them out, get some clean ones, some fresh ones.
Did you have washing machines in your mission? Or did you have to wash by hand?
So in Peru, most missionaries in every mission get 3 meals cooked for them, and they get all their wash done by a member in the ward. So I didn't do wash one time my whole mission. I didn't cook one time my whole mission.
What a lucky guy.
I know. And I'm like eternally grateful for those people, and I'm in debt to them for cooking for me every single day and doing all my wash. They're called pensionistas. So the best.
They're just like women in the ward.
They're women in the ward that offer. It's a service.
Oh, you don't pay them.
No, actually, we pay the laundry lady, but the food person we don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So they love the missionaries. We love them. We love them.
Wish I had that in my mission.
Yeah. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We would go spend 10 minutes at their house and eat a meal.
Dang. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Cool. So anyone who's going to Peru, you're
ready
lucky,
for the pensionistas.
Not having to wash your hands. Not having to wash your clothes, dude, is like so nice, man. You're a lucky dog.
Yeah, we were lucky.
Well, the story time. Let's hear some spiritual stories, like of some families that you met, some people you healed, some. Let's hear the stories.
Any story in specific that I'd like to hear about?
Not really. I mean, let's hear it. The best one. The best ones.
Yeah. There's quite a few.
That's a hard one.
It is a hard one. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've ever told this story. I think, yeah. So I was in a place called Cajamarca. I had about 18 months of my mission. It was the only place in Peru in my mission that had like green. It was in the mountains. So it was like raining. It was in the mountains. It was kind of beautiful, actually. Different than Trujillo. It's like 8 hours away from Trujillo. So I took a bus there at nighttime. But me and my companion, Redhead Elder Johnson from Salt Lake City, we were walking the street. We contacted this mom and her 2 daughters. 2 daughters probably 10 years old. I think they were twins. And, we talked to her, got her number, and got her address, figured out where she lived. We're going to go visit her the next day, or maybe 2 days later, to teach her a lesson. And I share this story probably because at this point, my mission, I was super focused on finding only the elect people that were willing to make commitments, progress, go to church, and make covenants with God, be baptized, and confirmed. So we met her, and she's like, yeah, come over. I was like, yeah, she doesn't seem too interested. Anyways, what I ended up learning it was partly because of my companion, but he told me that everyone we kind of need to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And just being able to, like, if we committed to go visit her, we should go visit her. The next day was like, yeah, we don't need to visit her. We ended up going on exchanges. I left the area to go with another elder, and another elder came in to stay with my comp in our area.
Mm-hmm.
And they went and visited this person, and she called like right before. She's like, I'm not interested.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so like, dude, I told you, like, she wasn't gonna be interested. But she's like, but you guys, like, I think her daughter actually answered the door. So they got the daughter's information. She's like, yeah, you guys can still come. I'm not that interested, but my daughter's going to be here. They're like, okay. So get the daughter's phone number. They go, they visit her. Turns out she's like amazing. She's like, her name is Alexandra. And I still talk to her today, actually. She's dope. But I think there's like 2 things I'm trying to get here. So basically, Alexandra, she was awesome. She started eating up the gospel, read the Book of Mormon every single day, came to church.
Wow.
Super awesome. Super awesome. She ended up getting baptized in a couple of weeks. But I think there's 2 things I learned. And the first one is that we need to give people the benefit of the doubt. We need to keep commitments ourselves. Like, if we told her we were going to go, we should go. Because we don't really know who the Lord has behind all the people that we talk to. It's like, we could talk to one lady. She has a family of 10 behind her in her house that we don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
We could be there. They could all be ready for the gospel. So we never know what's going on in people's lives, and we never know what stuff the Lord's doing behind the scenes. So we need to open our mouths. Like, we talked to her. There was probably a bunch of people on the street that we could have talked to. I mean, we were talking to everyone, but we have to open our mouths, right?
Yeah.
We have to do what we're going to say we're going to do. And we just got to let the Lord do his thing. So I feel like that's what I learned from my companion and from that experience. But I also learned that this Alexandra girl, she started sharing the gospel with all of her friends.
Oh.
So she's had a couple of friends actually that's been baptized now.
Wow.
Like, since I've not been there. But just the power of something so simple, of talking to that lady that wasn't even interested. She's still not interested to this day. Her daughter being baptized and helping her friends be baptized as well has probably changed a lot of lives.
And only she got baptized, or did her twin sister?
Only she got baptized.
Really?
So,
Dang, but she's spreading the gospel now.
yeah. So it was a different. It wasn't the twins that got baptized. It was their older sister. She's like 20 something.
Dang. So of the 3 people that you met on the street that day,
Neither of them. None
of them?
Yeah, none of them.
Yeah,
got baptized.
none of the 3. But there was someone that was interested.
But there was someone in the house.
Dang. So yeah, the Lord does work in mysterious ways.
Exactly.
Awesome.
I'm not sure if I told that story good, but it was kind of
No, it was good. It was good.
I've never told it before.
Don't worry about it. What about a miracle? Did you ever see any miracles? I'm sure you saw plenty.
Every day.
Every day. What was one of the best miracles that you saw? A miraculous story.
Mm-hmm.
And people, while you're thinking, you guys have to understand that a miracle doesn't mean you go and heal someone like that day, or like you make fish and bread out of nothing like Jesus did. Like, those are miracles, and those do happen, and ask for those miracles and be clean and worthy enough to work those miracles, because that's another thing that you guys have to understand too, is miracles don't always just come. We have to act them. Like, we have to make them. We have to do the miracles ourselves, especially as missionaries with the authority that we have. It's like, that's one of our things. Like, we have the authority that Peter, James, and John did as missionaries of New Testament times. So, but like, a miracle isn't necessarily like a big thing. A miracle could be you talking to that lady and then her daughter getting baptized. Like, that's a miracle.
It is a miracle. It's a miracle. And I think we also experience miracles all the time.
Every day.
And we need to recognize them. That way the Lord can keep blessing us with more. Because when we recognize them, we give thanks for those miracles. He's going to bless us with more. I think a miracle I saw, just one specific one that came to mind. I think it had to do with 2 miracles that kind of ended up. They were all miracles, but there's a couple miracles in a row with the same person. One day, my companion and I, we were walking back from district council. I think we were walking out to lunch to go to the pensionista's place, and some 20-something-year-old girl stops. She's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" We start talking. She goes, "My sister's really interested in going to your church. I saw you guys just leave your church." She's like, "Do you guys visit us? How's this work?" And we're like, "No way, this is awesome." So we got her number, and we were super excited to go visit her sister, right? So we visit her sister. Her name is Marie-Elise, and from the second we met her, she was dope. She was like, "I want to read the scriptures, I want to go to church, do all this stuff." She came to some activities that same day we met her. Awesome. Just really great person. She decided to be baptized a couple days later.
Couple days.
Probably. It might have been the 3rd day.
Dang.
Because she was ready. She was someone that the Lord was preparing.
Yeah, definitely.
And she wanted to be baptized. So she came to church, all that stuff. She's only 17. So her mother needed to give her permission to be baptized. And a couple days before her baptism, we were making a little program. We're like, "Hey," we're texting her about the program. She goes, "You know what? I'm going to take the advice of my mother. I'm not going to get baptized anymore."
Oh, no.
We're like, "What?" We didn't really know the mother had all these problems.
Yeah.
We'd teach her as well, but we kind of see she wasn't too interested. But we were super sad. So we went over there. We had a great lesson about faith and really what it means to take a step of faith and make covenants with the Lord. And it was awesome. She started crying to us "I don't know why I'm crying, but I know this is a good thing. Maybe I should wait."
The mom or the girl?
The daughter.
The daughter.
Daughter, Marie-Elise. So it was a great experience. We felt the Spirit super, super strong. We're like, "Dude, this girl's awesome. She's getting baptized."
Yeah.
Anyways, her mom's like, "She's not getting baptized." We're like, "Well, today's a Thursday. Your baptism's supposed to be on Saturday. tomorrow, Friday, we have another baptism. So there's another baptism in our ward. And of another friend we were teaching. So he said, come to the baptism tomorrow. You and your mom, both of you. And we just promised them that they will receive an answer.
Mm-hmm.
So we start fasting. We left the house. We go say a prayer. We started fasting. Like, we got to fast from our Elise that she'll get baptized. So I was like, on a Thursday night, we started fasting. Like, Payne and I, we had a baptism the next day. They show up to the baptism. Great experience. They sat there, kind of watching. And, after the baptismal service, the mom comes up to us. She's kind of like smiling, and she like nudges her daughter. Her daughter's like, what? They like nudge each other back and forth. And the mom's like, no, you tell him. She's like, no, you tell him, Mom. Anyways, the mother comes up to us. That was honestly, like, the day before, so hard-hearted. It was hard to kind of love her. I was really bummed about what she was saying about the church, about some things. But I just saw, like, her heart just opened up, honestly, after the baptismal service. And she comes up, she goes, my daughter can be baptized tomorrow.
Hey.
And her daughter was crying. It was awesome, amazing. And we were there like, we just had a miracle. We just had someone that was able to be baptized.
Yeah.
We fasted. We saw another miracle. And then the next day she was baptized.
Wow.
And so I just think that the Lord, like, he'll work so many little miracles to just, his work cannot be stopped, honestly. His work is so important. So he's going to do everything in his power to make it so that his children come back to him. So I feel like that was a big miracle, seeing Marie-Lise take steps of faith, the power of fasting, the power of prayer, the power of spiritual moments at a baptism. And I feel like the Lord just worked so many miracles in that moment. And so
good stuff.
It was a great experience for me.
Yeah, that's an awesome story. Thanks for sharing.
Of course.
Well, let's wrap it up. We want to hear the three most important things you learned on your mission. Principles, lessons that you learned. And then you can end with your testimony in Espanol.
I haven't spoken Espanol in a while.
Oh, yeah. Habla bien, bro.
I think the first thing that I learned from personal study, from talking with everyone every single day, from the Lord, from the Holy Ghost, is the power that the Holy Ghost has in our lives and the importance of taking the sacrament. Everyone I talked to, everyone me and my companion talked to for 2 years straight, we invited them every single time we talked to them to church.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Because we need to renew our covenants. Those who haven't made covenants, maybe it's a time to prepare to make covenants. But the essential part is being able to take the sacrament. And through the Holy Ghost, become renewed, become cleansed again. And so I say, like, the number one thing I learned, like, it not even have to do with that mission that much, but it's the importance of keeping covenants and partaking worthily and weekly of the sacrament so that the Spirit can renew us and cleanse us. So that's probably the number one thing I learned, honestly. Something a little different, maybe. I think the second thing I learned is probably just the power that the Book of Mormon and the atonement have in our lives. I think they go hand in hand because the Book of Mormon teaches about the atonement, and we can experience more of the atoning power, the healing power of Christ through the Book of Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen many experiences of that in my mission. And I felt personally the peace that the Book of Mormon had brought me, especially in very hard times in my mission, the beginning of my mission, and throughout my mission, of just the power it has to just calm us. And in some cases, heal people, even physically. And so I'd say the second thing I learned is just to always learn more from the Book of Mormon and learn more about Jesus Christ and atonement. And just make sure you read it every day. Read the Book of Mormon every single day. And that's the second thing I learned. And I think the third and final thing I learned is that, Jesus is the Christ. And that he established his church on the earth today. He's restored his church. So all of us can live with him in his Father, God, sorry. And just, like, he's the best. Like, Jesus Christ is the best. He's our older brother, honestly. He's so awesome. He's done everything for us, and he's given us so much, and we really can't do much to pay that debt, but we are all in debt to him. And he lives and he loves us. He loves all of you guys. He loves Palmer. honestly. And so I think the thing I learned is just always testify of him in every situation, whether it's on a podcast, whether it's on your soccer team, on your football team, whether it's at the gym. We can testify of Jesus Christ every single day to our friends. So through our actions, through our words, through whatever. I know that he lives and he loves us, and that's one of the greatest lessons I've learned.
That's amazing. I love that. Testify of Christ wherever you go, no matter where it is,
Right.
every single day.
That's right.
That's our goal. That's our goal here. Love that. Well, let's hear your testimony, Taft.
Claro. Pues yo sé que mi Salvador Jesucristo vive. Sé que Él me ama, nos ama a cada uno de nosotros. Sé que el Señor ha establecido su iglesia aquí en la tierra para que podamos nosotros vivir con Dios un día, para que podamos ser felices y también para que podamos encontrar propósito en esta vida. Sé que mi misión fue una experiencia inolvidable para mí y para muchas otras personas. Y estoy muy agradecido por el tiempo que el Señor me dio para poder servirle a Él y ser un instrumento en sus manos. Sé que el Señor nos ha dado a nosotros y a personas aquí en la tierra, en la iglesia de Jesucristo, el sacerdocio. Sé que ese poder ha sido restaurado y por medio de ello podemos hacer convenios con Él. Y sé que un día, si guardamos nuestros convenios y seguimos fieles, podemos tener la vida eterna. Amo este evangelio, amo a Jesucristo, sé que Él vive y lo comparto en el nombre de Jesucristo. Amén.
Amen. Thanks, Taft.
You're welcome.
Love you, man.
Love you, bro. Thanks for the little podcast.
Yeah, it was fun.